poor mother says the daughter, "Sweetheart, I will order something for you very soon." At that moment, a waiter walked over and said, "Mom, what would you like to order?" The mother quietly asked, "What is the cheapest meal you have?" The waiter replied, "Our homemade soup is $2. The little girl looked at her mother and said, "Mom, I am really hungry." The mother checked the money in her hand. Then she looked at the waiter and said, "Please bring 1 bowl of soup." The waiter gently asked, "What would you like for yourself?" The mother smiled and said, "I am not hungry. Please bring the soup only for my daughter." The waiter nodded and walked away. But before leaving, he quietly heard everything they had said. Few minutes later, the waiter came back carrying 2 bowls of soup and 2 glasses of juice. The mother looked surprised and said, "Sir, I only ordered 1 bowl. I do not have enough money to pay for all of this." The restaurant owner was quietly watching everything from a distance. The waiter smiled and said, "Today we have a special offer. When you buy 1 bowl, you get another one for free." The mother looked at him and said, "Are you telling me the truth?" The waiter smiled and said, "Yes, Mom, it is true." The mother's eyes filled with happiness. She looked at her daughter and said, "You see, sweetheart, God never forgets us. Now eat until you are full." The waiter smiled quietly and said, "Please enjoy your meal." Then he walked away, feeling happy because he had helped them without making them feel embarrassed. The mother and her daughter happily finished their meal. Then they thanked God and quietly left the restaurant. A little while later, the waiter returned to clear the table. He noticed some money and a small note lying beside the empty bowls. He picked up the note and read it. It said, "May God bless you today for your kindness." The waiter smiled with tears in his eyes. He carefully folded the note and placed it in his pocket. Then he picked up the money and looked toward the door where the mother and daughter had left. He realized that even the smallest act of kindness can change someone's day forever. As he was walking back, the restaurant owner stopped him and said, "Tell me, when did our restaurant start giving away a free meal with every bowl of soup?" The waiter looked down and quietly said, "Sir, there was never any special offer. Please deduct the cost of the 2nd bowl of soup and the juice from my salary." The owner looked at him with surprise and said, "Are you serious? You want me to take the money from your paycheck?" The waiter smiled and said, "Yes, sir. I just did not want that little girl and her mother to leave hungry." The owner looked at the waiter for a few seconds. Then he smiled proudly and said, "No, I will not deduct a single dollar from your salary. Today you reminded me what true kindness looks like." If this story touched your heart, please like, comment, share, and subscribe for more stories about kindness and humanity.